Welcome back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Ricardo. Just got right in the middle of. My guest is amazing. She is young. She is beautiful. And she is here to talk about money. We're talking about the mindset earlier with Dr. Wale Akinyemi. Now, she is bringing in the psychology of money. She is young, guys. But first things first, let's run the bumper. At 23 years old, Whitney Akinyi is a personal and finance coach. Yes, you heard me. What were you doing with your money at 22, 23? And if she is a coach at this point, that tells you that she started this journey a while back. Welcome to the show, Whitney.
Thank you very much, love.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, when people talk money and, you know, being a coach and, you know, being mindful of your money, it's usually like, I've sat here. I don't think I've ever sat with anybody your age.
Really?
Stop saying that. You know it's rare.
We tried.
You know, most of the people will be, you know, 26,
That's
27, true. You know, over 25. Probably they've gone through life, they're getting it, they've all finished school, and they're talking maybe from a theoretical point of view. But how did you get into this space, Whitney?
Honestly, it's been quite a journey. I started when I was 19. I've done business since I was 19, actually earlier, but through this exploration, I think I got to figure out that business is one thing. Like, you can do business and get money, but deriving the value and fulfillment from business is what I chose to seek, because it's easy to make profits. You'll make money.
At 19, you were doing business?
Yes.
What business were you doing at 19?
I had a crochet business. I was crocheting bikinis.
You know how to do that?
No. I had to learn from scratch. I had to outsource for resources. Like, it was quite a struggle, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. So after moving from that, I went to other businesses. I went to a bikini business. After that, I went to events. I had events. I've held an event. After that, I went to food vending.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing I've not done in this Nairobi.
Yeah.
I promise. There's nothing I've not done.
But I think it's in the trying of all these things that you will find the one thing that you really want to do. Or it doesn't have to be one thing, though, but you will find that this didn't work because I was just doing it for the money. But then with this one, I really have my heart into it. So I will pursue this.
That's very true. And I think I found that when I did the event. It was called the Ikigai in 2019. The theme was self-development and planning. So at that point is when I realized, like, I'm really big on planning. I really love exploring and tapping into my utmost potential, because I believe that we're in this life for a reason and for a season. So if we don't really live up to our mission on this planet, then of what essence is it to live?
That's
to
true.
join us? Because at the end of the day, we'll reach 50, we'll reach 60. You don't know if you'll reach tomorrow.
No, you don't. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone.
It's not.
Yeah.
So we better make the most of what we have today. So I think from that is when my whole perspective on business changed. And that was the turning point for me, I'd say, because I really focused more on giving value to people and helping people really tap into their potential, because I believe the ripple effect that will be created from people really tapping into their potential is great.
Yes.
Because the moment you believe you can, I'm going to look at you, I'm like, I think I can too.
Yes.
I'll try. Someone else will see the same, and the world will be literally a better place. So that is my mission at large.
So coaching financially, how does that even work? What's the psychology behind money that we miss out? That's why we'll end up in debt. We'll end up, you know, not mismanaging money. It's like, I had a lot of money at this point. What happened? Where did it all go?
I think the biggest thing that we really don't focus on is the emotional and mental aspect of handling money.
Okay.
You know, having money is literally like having any other relationship with your friend, with what. It's a relationship like any other.
Okay.
But the biggest thing that we miss out on is the character that is involved in handling money. And when I say character is, Wale had talked about your mindset and whatnot.
Yes.
So I look at it this way. Having a vision is free. Having a belief is free. Having goals is free, but they all come at a price. And that price is character. Because it's easy to say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, I want to start this business, I want to be the most successful person. All that is free. Those are wishes, but if you do not put in the action, that's where the character comes into play.
Okay.
And that's the one thing that people really miss out on. Like, I can't
please
stress
educate us. We're here for it
enough.
with me.
Because I look at it this way.
Okay.
You need to know who you need to be to become who you wish to be.
Okay.
And who you need to be requires a lot of sacrifice. It requires a lot of commitment, consistency.
That's where the work is.
That's where the work is. Because at that particular point, you need to be consciously aware of the decisions that you're making. Like, you need to know, I need to wake up at 5. Why am I waking up at 5? To read. Why am I reading? So that I can be at a better place to educate other people for my business. Not many people have that level of commitment and awareness.
Okay.
You know that?
Yes. You could be waking up because usingizi imeisha.
But they can't
imeisha. But if you know where you want to be, if you know what you need to do to get to where you want to be, then this whole journey is meaningful. It is purposeful. And when you have a view of what it is that you want to be, then you stick to the plan. Because you're not there yet.
We're not there yet at all. Like, we're far from there. And I've gotten to believe that there's so many constants that life has to offer. Like, you'll have problems. Whether we like it or not, problems will always be there. When it comes to finances, you have to invest. You have to save. You have to have a budget. You have to have, like, your cash inflow has to be greater than the outflow. All those are constants. But the biggest variable is you as an individual. Because obviously, if you want wealth, you have to invest. You have to do this. But you as an individual, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to stay committed? Are you willing to be consistent? Like, we really miss out on that aspect and focus so much on the constants that life has to offer. Like, yes, we could talk about budgeting. We'll go on YouTube. I'm going to learn how to budget. We're going to go to investment managers. They all say the same thing. Like, I'll invest, like, you know, I was telling Novet Jana, I was telling her that right now, I can choose to invest in Bitcoin. I'll put $500,000 in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies or shares or whatever.
Yes.
You and I will make the same investment at this particular point in time, but the results won't be the same. They will not be the same because I may end up selling my Bitcoin because there's a bearish run. Like, the price is going so low and I'm like, you know what, I can't do this, I'm out. Then you end up taking a loss. But you'll be like, you know what, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to see it through. Then 2 years down the line, you're like, I really made a lot of money from Bitcoin. Then I'll be like, that didn't work for me.
Bitcoins do not work.
It
What
didn't
is
work
that
for
thing?
me. Is it that it didn't work for you or you didn't know how to react to the market?
Okay.
You see, so those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves and using that perspective and that shift of mindset when handling things and handling money. It's not just about, I need to invest. Okay, I'm going to invest 50,000. I'm going to save 30. No. And I believe that your savings and your relationship with money is a direct reflection of your level of humility.
Oh.
For real.
Please break it down.
Because let's look at it this way.
Okay.
You're earning 200,000.
Okay.
I'm earning 50,000. At the end of the month, I've saved 40,000.
Okay.
Out of the 40,000, I've invested 20,000. The other 20 I've saved in an emergency fund.
Okay.
Then you're earning 200. According to societal standards right now, 200 is fairly middle class, going up. You're like rich, like kind of rich. So you, at the end of the month, you look rich. You're driving a car. You're living nice. You're looking good. But at the end of the day, you've saved 10,000. So who's wealthy?
You are definitely wealthy.
It's me.
And that's how we should be looking at things. It's not about the amount of money that you earn. What are you keeping away for that, rainy day, for the future that you're building for yourself? I like something that you said earlier, Whitney, that with everything held constant, that I am held responsible for all the things that happen. So it's just me. If I succeed, it's me. If I fail, it's me. It's nobody else. Because it hit all of us.
Yeah.
So whatever you did with that particular time is you. It's not because Whitney said, So she said, what did you do about it?
What did I do about it?
No. I'm just
hypothetical. I'm like, yes. What did I do about it?
What did you do about it? So that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
And do you have these conversations with people? Do you have these conversations with like institutions as well? Or is it just one-on-one what you do with me?
I mostly deal with one-on-one right now. As I progress, we are hopeful that one day we'll get to the institutional level.
Okay.
So when I have these conversations on a one-on-one level, you realize that everything is just a question of your mindset. Like, people tend to say that I can't save because tomorrow is not promised. I don't know what tomorrow holds.
YOLO.
Yeah, you only live once. So now Hey, what happens when you actually get to tomorrow? Tomorrow itajisotama.
Haiwezi jisort. Haiwezi jisort.
And then there are people who think, like I believe that tomorrow is not promised, but if I do get there, I'd rather get there prepared. You get?
Okay.
So those are the they're different kinds of people on this planet. And the perspective, I believe that people should really invest in learning, invest in being open-minded, and surround themselves with people who challenge them to think and do better.
That's true.
For real. Because if you're not developing yourself, then what are you doing?
What are you doing? It's like Wale said, I mean, you need to know that time in Aenda, how important is your time? He's on his 11th book since the year started.
What?
We're taking, I know. My reaction exactly. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. For all your questions, all things money, Whitney is in the studio. Send that in 111 That is our SMS line. We will be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Murkali. Whitney in the building. At 23, she is a personal and finance coach, and she is talking to us about the psychology of money, the things that we need to understand, why our relationship with money is not as we want it or imagine it. What goes wrong? Well, there are things that also change when I have money. Well, I was a different person when I didn't have money, and now I have money, and now all of a sudden we can't even talk if it's not talking in English. Like, it starts from there. Address me well. What changes? What happens to us?
I don't really think anything changes.
It's just exactly who we were.
It's who you are.
Oh,
from
come
the
on.
jump. Money just accentuates. If you've been bougie,
then
hey, it's just that money ilikuwa imekosekana kidogo tu. But once it comes, it's just.
But then people say that even your needs get. You see, if I'm leaving, say for example, I'm earning 20,000. So with 20,000, I have a house that I'm living in, which is maybe 7 Gs. When I earn 40,000, you see, I won't be able to live at the 7 Gs house again. I'll just go over there, 10,000, 15,000.
And okay.
Isn't that how it's supposed to be? How would you advise somebody to adjust their lifestyle, but also do not misuse the amount of money that you're making?
I think it still goes back to what we talked about before, your level of humility. I think that's very critical when handling money.
Okay.
Like, you need to know, like, yes, I'm earning 40,000. I was earning 20,000 before. What can I do with this 20,000? I survived when I had the 20,000.
That means I can live.
You can live. The rest in vanity. Imagine, it's just a question of, people should see. I think most of the time we're really focused on people and what they think about us. You know, once you earn more money, you want to appear a certain way so that people can look at you a different way. You're like, I used to earn 20, now I earn 40. I look different.
Yes.
My hair looks like this.
Yes.
You know, my shoes look like this. Everything is changing. You should also acknowledge that. But we focus so much on the outward and everything and everyone else. Things that really don't matter.
Yes.
We forget about what actually matters. Because at the end of the day, 10 years to come, no one's gonna care if you moved from 20 to 40 to 60 to 80.
Yeah,
everyone's
it's
on
what
their
you have
journey.
at that particular point.
Exactly.
What is happening with you? Because yes, you're looking good now, but then what happens a few years down the line when you're not now able to pay rent because things change? And like you said, there are things that are constant, things that will always happen to you, and the challenges will come your way. And what happens then? Did you have an emergency fund? Please break it down for us as well, if you may, Whitney. How then should I handle my money? Say, for example, I'm earning the 40,000. What percentages should I save? What should be in my budget? Do I save before I start using the money? Like, how do I just come up with the basics of, I want to live a better life now? So I'm going to listen to Whitney as she tells me what percentage, nafa kuishi nyumba ya pesa ngapi, ama what percentage as well, to just make sure that we do not live like, well, I earn 40 and I live at 35 and I have 5 Gs to just,
survive,
with,
transport
and food.
Wow, 5 Gs for food the whole month.
I know.
Aje.
Haiwezekani.
So I think, once again, like I said, that's a variable. I think that depends on different kinds of people. Like, I'll have more pressing needs than you will.
Okay.
Like, like that, you can't, I don't think we should really put a certain percentage towards that. Like, people tend to do that, but that should be solely dependent on who you are, like at the current state of your life. There are people who have more problems than others.
Yes.
Like I'll have more hospital bills to cater for. I won't really be
I'm
able
taking
to
care of my parents.
You know, I'm
at that
taking care of my
point.
kids.
Yeah.
There's so many variables to this thing. But I think the most important thing you need to understand is you need to save. Like regardless of whether you know why you're saving, put a certain percentage into saving. Like I'd put 50 because I live with my parents.
Okay.
So
That works.
that works. So
Yes.
I'll save 50. Then out of the 50 that's left, okay, so let's break it down further. What are my wants and what are my needs?
Yes.
Like my mom has said, okay, itabidi umelipia Wi-Fi this time. Like, okay.
Unaitumia sana.
Anyway, unaitumia sana, so
You
Wi-Fi
know that is
hapo.
something that needs to be
It
taken
needs to be
care
taken
of.
care of, you know.
Yes. So, but the point at which I am saving should come first. I should know this is what I'm putting aside so that I'm
Yes.
able to survive on this.
Yes. Saving is extremely essential because it really instills a different culture and habit. It does something different to you.
Yeah.
Because it changes your perspective towards life in itself. Because you never know what tomorrow holds. You may wake up tomorrow, pesa huisha. For real.
That's
Pesa
true.
huisha.
That's true.
Ikiisha, do you have a rainy day account? Like last year when Corona happened, I think that's when it really hit me that you really need to have savings because you can't prepare for the worst. Maybe Corona was just the beginning of the worst that
That's
could
true.
happen to you.
Yeah.
So having that mindset of, I need to be prepared regardless of how much I'm earning. Like I said, your savings, your income and everything is totally related to your level of humility. It really is. So focus on becoming who you wish to be, like embody who you wish. That person you say, one day I'm going to be driving a Rolls Royce, one day I'm going to be
It
doing
wouldn't
this.
by itself, sugar.
It would.
It won't.
And
won't.
the same way you act with 20,000 is the same way you're going to act with 1 million.
But that's so true because most people will be like, I'll start saving
When?
when I earn more. You see, it's just 20k
Yeah.
now. I can't
Ngangana na
save. Na 20 ndasave aje nikiwa na ka 20k. But it will be the same mindset when you earn 200,000 and you'll be like, you see, my needs are more now. So it needs to start even with the small that you have. Do not wait to earn a lot for you to be like, sasa neza eka kama ka 50, which at that point maybe you should be able to even save more than the 50,000 over the 200k that
Yeah.
you're earning every month.
That's true. And it just goes back to character. It's a question of you developing yourself into that person you wish to be.
Yes.
What sacrifices are you willing to
make now?
Now. Not
Yes.
tomorrow.
No.
Like the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start is now.
That's
like
true.
today.
Great.
There's no tomorrow. Now.
We have some SMSs here for you. Hi, hello Mikali Salimia Mrembo.
Hi.
I congratulate her, Swali. I congratulate her. Swali, we normally hear this investment things like Bitcoin, Emakiba, stock exchange, money market, but I don't know how to access them and when. Kindly, madam, give directions like now I'm in Nakuru. And then wait, I'm saving 3k per month, but investment assessment is the problem. Secondly, we can see a niche within town to open business due to huge rents, kanjo and stock. How can we do to venture into that? Wow, this is a lot. But I think just to pick out from what they're saying that you've talked about Bitcoins and there are others like stock exchange, money market and all of that, and he doesn't know how to access them. Do you have a direction on how they can access that kind of investment?
Yes, I do. I think the first thing we should acknowledge is that we live in an era where the internet is available to us.
Yep.
Google should be your best friend because everything, I kid you not, everything is on Google.
That's
Like
true.
if you want to know, where can I get Google? Like all these avenues, there's so many platforms. Like when you talk about Bitcoin, there's so many platforms in which you can gain access to Bitcoin. I
Yes.
think the biggest challenge is not knowing the platform, it's knowing how to use the platform.
Yes.
That's for one.
Which you still can get this information online as well.
Yeah, the
Okay.
tutorials and what's
Okay.
not.
So they're saving 3k a month, but investment assessment is the problem. So now you know. And you're also saying that you can see a niche in town to open a business, but due to huge rents, kanjo. And this is good that you want to start a business. But if kuna izo, you can start the business even in your house. It depends on what business that is. Before upate pesa ya rent, na ya kulipia license,
I know.
rental spaces in town. If it's shoes, you can start an online page. You
Yeah.
don't need a shop. internet.
I think people are usually in such a rush to expand and grow.
Yes.
Like people believe that having a business means having a physical location and whatnot.
No.
Having an online business is literally everything. You're cutting down on so many costs.
Yes.
Like start with what you have, where
Yep.
you're at.
That's
The
true.
rest will take care of itself.
Nunua hata vitu tatu.
Hey,
Alafu
anza.
unazieka tu social media, hizo tatu zinakaa stock mingi.
That's what I
Ukiuza hizo, that's what you did?
Yeah.
See,
For real,
what?
you know, I wrote a planner last year. It's called the Boss Planner. So I didn't have capital at that time. Like I had put my money in locked savings, and I really don't know how to ask people for money.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a sample. Sample was I think 1,000 bob to make. I marketed that sample. Hey,
That's
nilikuwa
what's
nayo moja.
Hiyo ndio unaiweka kila mahali. Leo unafungua page moja, kesho unafungua page nyingine. When you sell it, then you have money to buy another one or make another one. Okay, so power to you. Go do something about this idea that you have, and it's a good thing that you're saving. Kuna nyingine hapa inasema, good morning Wikali, I like the psychology of money topic today by the young lady. I'm 21 years old. Nancy is my name. I see clothes to which I didn't start. It's my capital where kizungu imeenda. Cause I just bought the start material. I think material with my own small cash and trained myself at home. But my savings is being hard because when I sell a set of clothes, I use the cash to buy another material for which is becoming hard. Please help me. Na nikiuliza ako peke yake. Oh wow. So in the midst of all this, are you seeing someone? What? Okay, cool.
Lord.
So okay, fine. Transa na hii ya pesa
Kwanza. It's the rest.
So what I understand from this question is they started clothing business and bought material to start the business, made clothes. So what is happening is they're selling the clothes, and whatever money is coming in, they're using to
buy more stock.
Yes. Which I think you're on the right track. I think. What do you think?
She's trying.
Yes.
But I think one of the lessons that I learned in business is knowing how to set your price right.
Okay.
Like you need to have a substantial profit margin. Maybe 20, 30, 40%. Like for her, I think, okay, it's not, she should not be in a hurry to make the profits fast at this particular stage in time. Let her keep reinvesting in the business as she slowly adjusts the price range and, you know, gets to understand, okay, these are my costs for the month.
Yes.
These are the, you know, variables. These are the fixed. This is what I need to do. You know, slowly by slowly. Asikuwe na haraka. Pole too.
You have the mechanisms right, I think, but maybe you'll maybe work on the pricing,
the pricing,
so that you're able to get a little bit more than what you've invested in buying the material na kuishonesha. So weke price yako juu kidogo to just make sure that you're able to just eka tu kando kidogo as you reinvest in the business as well. Haya. Uko peke yako?
Well,
let's not ignore brother.
You ndo ameamua kuuliza.
Ameuliza swali important ya material. And then, hello Mwik, say hi to Whitney. Okay, I and my hubby too fanya shopping the whole month. Like 4K, just him and I and the baby. Then it gives me 10K upkeep till he's paid again. My question is, the 10K end up kuisha even when I've not saved anything. Is there something I can do? Because I feel like I misuse this. Please advise. Oh, okay.
No. Asilia.
Oh, okay.
I think the first thing that she should do is set a goal. Like, why does she feel? You know, the moment you feel like you're misusing the money, at least you're aware.
Yes,
you know, the worst part is not knowing that you don't know. The fact that she's aware is a plus already. She should set a goal for herself. Does she want to start a business? Does she want to save maybe for her baby? Does she want to make an investment? Start from there, because that alone gives you direction and it gives you motivation to actually save. You know, it's one thing to say, I want to save. I want to save. Why are you saving?
Yeah.
Having that why really gives you a lot of motivation. So the first thing she should do is say, I want to save maybe 60K by the end of May or by the end of the year.
Yes.
And I'm going to use this 60K for this particular project. that will give her motivation. She'll end up saving 6,000 every month out of the 10,000 she's being given. So I think she shouldn't feel bad about it. The fact that she's aware,
yes, goes
that's
a long
enough.
way.
That's
true.
enough.
That's true. And maybe when you receive this money, when you come up with a goal, just set aside that money first before you start
Spending.
using it. Yes, please. Yeke tu kando. I earn 7,000 per month. How can I save? This feels like the other 20K questions. It's like, but it's a valid question.
It's a valid question.
It's a valid question.
Just save. Just try. Saving doesn't mean you have to save 3,000 out of the
It
7,000.
doesn't mean you need to save a lot.
Yes.
That's true.
Save 50. Save 100.
Yes.
Haba na haba, hujaza
kibaba,
kibaba.
that's true.
Pole pole tu.
I don't know if you saw this thing that was making round. It usually does make rounds at the beginning of the year where you save like 50 bob every day. You know, you add on if you saved 50 today, then
100.
tomorrow 100. And there are days that you'll have made a bit more money and then you now maybe push up kidogo and you likuwa nyuma kidogo. So it doesn't have to be even 50 bob. It can be 25
20,
bob.
yeah.
It can be whatever. But the moral of the story today is saving is key. It doesn't matter how little, but it will go a long way in just helping you when you are really, really in need.
For sure.
That's true. And does it, if say for example, I'm in employment, that means probably your finances are tied into something else, and I don't have an eye or even the nose or you know the spirit for business. How then would you advise? Okay, well, how would you advise someone to be able to make extra money if they really are not into business?
I think there's so many ways in which you can make money. Income streams are they're limitless.
Okay.
Like if you're not interested in business, you can invest in someone else's business and get a return. You can choose to just make investments in shares. I feel like people should really use other people's knowledge. Like
Yes.
investment managers,
Yes.
that's their work, literally, to tell you where to put your money. Go to whatever bank that you have. Like wherever you bank your money, there's an investment manager in that bank. Go see them, talk to them, tell them where can I put my money, where can I do this, where can I do that. I think you don't really have to have a heart for business.
No.
You don't really have to have a heart for business.
Yes.
The goal here is to work smart, not hard.
That's true. If you feel like business is a lot of work,
wachana na.
then patiana tu kwa shares.
patiana,
Unaangalia tu kwa nyumba yako.
Uko TV tu?
Zimeenda.
Wow, ziko
Ziko
juu.
aje?
Make dollar.
One thing I know is that any business you start takes at least 6 months to a year to pick up. Is that true? Amendika waits, so I don't know what that question.
I think it
Oh, wait. Oh, they're answering someone. Thank you, Novette. Thank you. So they're saying it takes 6 months to a year for it to pick up, so you just need to be patient with it. So I think this is the lady who was talking about the clothing. Yes, the clothing business.
Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you, Whitney, for more help and direct more questions to you because they keep streaming in?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at whitney.akini, the personal and finance coach. I'm a YouTuber, so you can find me on YouTube as well, Whitney Akini. It's just Whitney Akini on
Everywhere.
YouTube and IG. It's Whitney Akini.
So you walk the journey with a person. How long will that take? Or it depends from one person to the other.
Yeah, it varies.
And it could be personal. It could also be business. It could be you as a family. Maybe you're starting your own institution somewhere. Whatever it is that you're doing, if it matters money, you're on top of that.
Yeah, I try. Tunajaribu.
Whitney Akini everywhere. Thank you so much for coming through.
Welcome, love.
This is Full Circle with Mukali. We will be right back. Don't go too far.